Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about the box that you place yourself in. I think this will be the most important message that I can ever share on here because I know how much this has impacted me, not only with my business, but with my personal life as well. And if you've paid attention to this podcast over the last couple of years, hopefully by now you know my story. You know that I used to be really shy. I used to be really introverted. And ultimately what I did though was when I was like 23, I put myself in this box and I always told myself, you're too shy to make videos. You're too shy to do podcasts. You're too shy to get more clients. You have zero confidence. You're not going to be able to sell anything. And I put myself in this dark box and I labeled myself as this guy who just didn't have confidence, too shy, couldn't sell. And ultimately what I did is when I got into that box, I created my own comfort zone, which meant like, if kids want to train with me, their parents will find me and they'll join my program. Or, instead of me marketing really hard the way I could be, I'm just gonna wait for people to learn about me. And that's what I did. I did that for about 2 years. And luckily, and very luckily, I was one of the only ones in my city who had a website. So that's ultimately how parents found me. And yes, I had to grind it out. And I had to learn how to escape being an introvert by simply forcing myself to start talking more. And I wish I would have started making this podcast back then, because I think you would probably see how much I've changed. But I had to realize one day, I was like, you know what? The way I am has to change. I cannot be the same person. And and it's really funny. This was like a year ago, I met with an old high school friend who I had not seen since high school. And he was like, dude, you're like so much different now. And I was like, yeah, I am. Of course, I need to be different. Everyone needs to change. You can't just be the same dude your whole life. Like if you want to have results, you need to be willing to make changes. And you need to have more confidence. You need to talk more. You need to get more attention to your business. And these were all things I was scared of doing at the beginning. But once I learned that, I was like, wow, the only person that's holding me back is me. It's not anyone else. It's no one else. And this is really the breakthrough that I see coaches within our consulting have. Once they start working with me for a little bit, they realize, I need to market myself harder. I need to shoot more videos. I need to send more emails. And these are common objections I get from coaches. They're like, well, I'm not a good writer, so I can't write newsletters. Or I suck on video because, I'm nervous. And dude, if you ever watch any of my Instagram videos or, you read my emails, none of my stuff is perfect, but I get the job done, and I get the job done no matter what. And that's something that you should take away from this message today is you're only going to learn by getting experience. And it's so easy to be the one who's like, I don't want to do that. Or I don't want to learn how to do that. If you have that mindset, you'll never make changes. And if you never make changes, you'll never get results. And if you never get results, ultimately that's your fault. And I can just, off the top of my head, there's so many coaches over the last couple of months that I've been able to work with that have completely changed their confidence, their own self-confidence about, I do need to be making video content. I do need to be writing out emails. And it doesn't matter how bad I suck at the beginning. It matters where I'm going to be in the next 5 years of my life. And that's why you guys hear me all the time. on this podcast, I always talk about you should be shooting more videos. You should be writing out emails to parents. You should be creating an email list. You need to be a marketer to win in this game. Otherwise, someone else that's younger than you, that's better looking than you, is going to come in when you least expect it, and they're going to start doing it, and they're going to steal all your clients away. And that's really the mindset I have, which is why I push really, really hard to always get my message out there, right? So I hope this message helps you. Don't put yourself in a box. Be willing to learn things. Be willing to try new things. And if you do, you will start to get the results. You will get better at it. You're going to learn it. And if you're not willing to do that, and you're like me when I was 23, where I was like, oh, like everything's going to work out just because I have a business. No, that's bullcrap. It's never going to work that way, right? You have to be willing to push your comfort zone and be willing to do things. And I know if you're a serious coach listening to this and you want my help, the best spot for me to help you is in our mastermind. Simply go to the website, www.buildmysportsbiz.com. Click on mastermind. From there, there's an information page. It is extremely clear what I offer, how I can help you, and where I expect you to be when you are done getting my help. That is a great resource. Go check that out on my website. If you enjoyed today's message, leave me some reviews or feedback here on iTunes. I would greatly appreciate that. I want to get this into as many coaches' hands as humanly possible. And with your help, we can do that. So leave me a review there on iTunes. I'll see you later.